All right, so we've had the chicks out here for a couple days. Actually, quite a few days now. Out here near the adult chickens. I just released a handful of them in here. Right now they're chowing down. And I'm about to open up the run to them. And we're gonna see how the adult chickens really interact with these chicks. I have no idea what's gonna happen. All right, they're all together. Let's see if we can get an eye on what's going on. Oh, they're not being overly aggressive to the chicks. That's good. Chicolette is bullying. Chicolette is always bullying. I think I never fed these chicks. I feed them just as often as I feed the adults. But they are very persistently continuing to eat. Probably because they don't even really realize that there's food out in the run yet. I'll figure it out. I'll check back up on them here in a little bit. I don't know if there's any of them. Yep, there's a couple out here. Yep, here they come. They're figuring it out. Yeah, they're being pecked a little bit, but that's to be expected. As long as they don't hurt them. Alright, I've done a little bit of work on this since the last time I did a little bit of time-lapse video. I added the run area and supported it. This end side right here, I'm going to actually add a lid, a hinged lid that'll open and close. On the last run that I didn't provide a way for myself to get into that run or be able to access it at all. And so it's really difficult to do anything in there whenever I'm adding water to the waterer or anything like that, or even whenever I was putting the waterer in the first place. It was really difficult to get it in there because of how much I'd closed it off. So I am going to provide an access into the run this time in the form of a hinged lid area right there. This is metal that we had given to us from a friend who had finished up one of their projects and had some metal left over. So I'm kind of just piecing it together. I'm not completely making it look pretty. I'm kind of just trying to use it up to the best of the ability of it, and if that means the metal's not all going to be facing the same way, that's fine with me. I'm not going to allow for a whole lot of scrap to be left over. I'm going to try to use up as much of the scrap as I can. Is complete. So the run is all the way around here. If you see some colorful zip ties, that's where there's some patches made in the fencing. So the entire bottom area is run for the chickens to be able to go into. This area up here is where the nesting boxes are and where the chickens will be able to get up in. I don't know if this will work. This is kind of just a thought I had. Because all the water is going to come off this top area, I didn't want it all just running right down into this. So I put a lip here. We'll probably still end up getting some water through here unless I can come up with adding some more metal and some sort of a flap over that to keep water from coming out of, or from just dropping straight down into the crack. But at any rate, we will at least not have all the water from up here flowing into it. Similarly, on the back, I have another lip there to keep the water from coming off here and going into the crack. Yeah, it'll hopefully just hit that and run off. So, yep, there we go. This will be the main way to get into it, where we'll be able to access where the feeder is and access the main area down here where the chickens will have their main living space. I don't have a floor in it, and that is done deliberately because I wanted to be able to utilize the poop that will come out of here while they're nesting. I found out with the other coop that the area where the coop was, not the run, tended to end up with greener grass afterwards. So by putting half of the space as run and coop, hopefully we'll be able to utilize, they'll enjoy the run area and we'll be able to utilize that poop. We do have a rod up there for them to nest up there, as well as basically all of the floor-ish area is nesting or roosting space, so hopefully they'll enjoy it. And that's it. So, all we gotta do now is clean up and move it out there and put them in. We'll see how it goes. All right, here they are, all inside their new coop for the time being. Some of them will end up going into the other coop with the bigger chickens once these guys get just a little bit bigger. Just because this coop really, it's bigger than the other one, but still not big enough to really hold this many. And I don't want anyone to get too cramped. So they seem to be enjoying themselves. This is more space than they've been able to enjoy so far, so hopefully they'll figure everything out. I'll check on them here in a little while.